Hey, everybody. Thank you for joining us on this Monday, November 3rd. I'm CJ LeMaster, your host for this digital news desk update here on WLBT Plus. I'm also your lead investigative reporter for WLBT. I hope you're having a good rest. I say rest of your week, like we've been well into the week. Start to your work week. How about that? Already a few of you saying hi as we're live on Facebook right now, live streaming, and we're also live on our YouTube platform. You can also catch us on our OTT platform as well. Many different types of ways you can reach us and keep up with the show that happens each and every day at 1 o'clock. Melissa Price saying hello, everyone. Melissa, I hope you're doing well. Hope you had a great weekend. We got a lot of news to get to. First off today, we want to tell you about something that the Jackson Police Department is following yet another homicide in the city of Jackson. This one happening about 6:45 last night on Dorgan Street, 1700 block. That's near McDowell Road in South Jackson. JPD has identified the victim as 32-year-old James Dotson Jr. Police did not say how he died. If you have any information, please contact JPD or Crime Stoppers. Concerned residents continue to talk about the Rankin County Sheriff's Department and the aftermath of those goon squad convictions last year. Now, the NAACP hosted a town hall meeting Saturday in Pearl where people were invited to share their concerns about the department. Angela English, the president of the NAACP's Rankin County chapter, says that she was informed by the Justice Department that its investigation into the Sheriff's Department remains open. She says anyone who has had issues with the sheriff's deputies there need to speak up.
Whether it be addiction or mental illness, if their rights were violated while they were in jail or when they were being arrested, we want to know their story. If they were physically abused, we need to know that.
6 law enforcement officers known as the Goon Squad were convicted and sentenced last year for torturing 2 black men at a home in Rankin County. I want to say hi to some more of you who are, dropping a few comments in our Facebook chat. Brit, happy Monday to you. Hope you're doing well. Bessie Sanders saying hi to everybody. Bobby Robinson. Hello, everyone. Hope you're doing well, Bobby. And Gloria Larry Jackson saying, hello, everyone. Hope you are having a great day. We hope you are too. Cowboys fan, Howard Ballou would love that. He is a diehard Cowboys fan. So, that's that crazy story we've been telling you about last week about the monkeys, the wreck. We had monkeys escape and all this. Well, we have an update to it. Apparently, one of the missing monkeys in Jasper County was actually spotted over the weekend by a homeowner who shot the animal. Now, this is video from last Tuesday when a truck hauling the research monkeys was involved in an accident on Interstate 59 near Heidelberg. All but 3 of the monkeys were accounted for at that point. But the Associated Press, says Jessica Bond Ferguson and her teenage son saw the monkey in their yard. The AP says Ferguson shot and killed the animal from about 60 feet away. The sheriff's department says it was picked up by the state's Department of Wildlife, Fisheries, and Parks. Jackson Water's quarterly community meeting was held at a new location this weekend. The move gave customers a closer look at ongoing projects and also a chance to get answers to some of their biggest questions. Now, the meeting took place at Jackson Water's new appointment center inside the Jackson Medical Mall. The temporary center will help customers with more complex account issues, and engineers were available Saturday to assist. Appointments can be requested online, but confirmation depends on meeting certain requirements.
In order to have an appointment confirmed with us, your account has to be active, meaning you can't have your water cut off. So it's important that people are proactive about their water service, and if they see anything on their bill, or they haven't gotten a bill, or if they feel like something is wrong, that they contact us first and not wait until their service is disconnected for non-payment to try to schedule an appointment.
For now, the center doesn't have any fixed hours. It's operating on an as-needed basis. Well, meanwhile, the head of Jackson Water, Ted Hennepin, appears poised to move forward with a rate increase following a quarterly report that was released Friday. Hennepin, who is the third-party administrator here for Jackson Water, announced he would issue the required notice of the rate increase no later than November 15th. He wants the increase to go into effect no later than December 15th. Hennepin cited language in the interim stipulated order that says that gives him the full power and authority to adjust rates and rate structure. Well, here's the thing. Federal judge, U.S. District Judge Henry Wingate, has not allowed the rate increase to go into effect yet. The judge had been saying he wants more information on how Jackson spent those Siemens settlement funds. Hennepin argues that without the increase, Jackson Water won't have the funds to operate. Well, now the judge is calling for a hearing to talk about this, especially considering the fact that Hennepin appears to have posted this without the judge's consent in terms of giving permission for the rate increase. So on Wednesday morning, there will be a hearing in federal court where it would seem that Hennepin may be called to task on this regarding it's very. If you would have asked me what we would have expected to see this weekend, seeing him say that he's going to increase rates even without the sign off by the federal judge would not have been on my bingo card. So that is not something that we expected to see, but we're going to continue to follow it and let you know as soon as we know something what is going on. Got a couple of people, Dorothy Ann Anderson saying, hello, go Cowboys, after we talked about Gloria Jackson's Facebook picture. And then, of course, Andy Reynolds saying, hello, good afternoon. Have a blessed day. Hope you are as well. We're just starting this week, but it's okay because after today, we're that much closer to the weekend. We want to tell you about something, though, the weekend also a pretty big deal for so much of the country in terms of the situation with SNAP benefits. And all of us know somebody who's affected here. We had been telling you that there are a number of people who are affected when it comes to these SNAP benefits. As you know, with the federal government shutdown, the SNAP benefits ended November 1st. They were not paid out as they should have been. And so what has happened now is we have a situation where there are a lot of people who are going to have to figure out how to make ends meet, while the government still tries to figure out, what to do. And so I want to show you something that we showed you a little bit of last week, but just to kind of illustrate it from where you live. The easiest way to do this is to show SNAP benefits by county. If you go to WLBT.com right now, in this article under our investigative section, we have a map that shows you the percentage of SNAP recipients by county, every county in the state. Now, I know it's hard to see because that map, that mouse pointer is abnormally large on this computer. Sorry for that, but Humphreys County is the biggest affected. 38% of residents in Humphreys County, nearly 40% are on SNAP. And so now that they no longer have funding, you look at places like Coahoma County, where 32.9%, Claiborne County, 32.5% are using SNAP. And so basically what those counties, what that translates into is 1 in 3 are on SNAP. And so that is going to have a major impact. So again, as we talk about this, as we look at this and we talk about, giving back to food pantries and figuring out ways to donate and do what you can. There's a lot of restaurants that are offering free meals for children no questions asked right now, just to make sure that folks get the food that they need. So until the government reaches an agreement here, we're on day 33 of this shutdown. These will be in somewhat in limbo somewhat. Now, we did see a report from the New York Times and others that there's going to be a partial restoration of SNAP benefits after a federal judge got involved. We've not really seen what that looks like yet. And so once that starts going through and we start getting confirmation from the Department of Human Services, then we'll be able to get that to you and let you know how those most vulnerable in Mississippi are having to deal with all this. Jackson Mayor John Horn is planning to do his part and the city do its part. And that's kind of where we were going with this, because we wanted to tell you about it. The mayor announcing an emergency food security response effort on Friday. He was joined by representatives from a handful of nonprofits, food pantries, and also Jackson Public Schools. The mayor says $150,000 in Pulse funds will be allocated to emergency funding for the Community Foundation for Mississippi and the Mississippi Food Network to provide food to those who need it. He is also asking grocery stores and other businesses to donate food.
For our community, that means that $6.5 million in monthly benefits and resources for families facing food insecurity will vanish. And for the average family in Hinds County, that amounts to $180 a month.
Now, the mayor says you can drop off non-perishable food items at fire stations across the city of Jackson. And please, during this time, so many people, Andy Gibson, commissioner of the Department of Public Safety, and others talking about how, really want to just make sure that we're giving back to food banks, regardless of the politics that it gets involved in all this. And what we see on Facebook and all this, you're going to have people who are going to be going without. And it's very important to make sure that we do everything we can to help them. We go from this story about John Horn to now John Horn's former Senate seat, Special Senate District 26. Tomorrow is a special election for that seat. And we got a lot of people that are running for that office. 7 candidates at this point that had qualified. We want to show you their pictures here. Coleman Boyd, Jermaine Cooley, Letitia Johnson, Teresa Kennedy, Kamisha Mumford, James Pittman, and Jeffrey Stallworth. Again, that is the seat vacated by John Horn when he won the mayor's race for the city of Jackson. These candidates will appear on your ballot in the nonpartisan special election. Polls will be open tomorrow from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Make sure that you exercise your right to vote. That's all the time we have for this Monday, November 3rd, already the first week of November. Hope that you're having a great one. Hope your weekend was good. We will be back here tomorrow at 1, but at 2:30, our first alert weather team is going to be in here, kind of giving you an idea of what to expect this week. And of course, we've been dealing with these colder days, like it or not. We are in these colder months, and hey, at least we don't have the humidity to worry about at this point, right? But we really appreciate you watching today. We'll leave you with a word from our sponsor, Jackson Water. Thanks again.
From Jackson Water, is it okay to pour fats, oils, and greases down the drain if I run hot water?
No!
What if I run the garbage disposal?
No!
How about if I use dish soap at the same time?
No!
Instead, hang on to a few containers to store and toss old cooking fat and grease once you're done. Jackson Water. Water for all the time.